Kasi dun sa bahagi ng speech ni Vice President Sara Duterte declaring her candidacy for president in 2028. Paparaphrase ko na lang May binanggit siya yung para bang it took her 47 years to realize. Tapos pinag-usapan niya rin yung higher calling. Na yung parang buhay niya,
Oo.
not her own to decide yung mga ganun desisyon. Kumbaga merong bigger, higher calling that she needs to respond to. Napaganda pa yata yung pag-paraphrase ko. No? Parang hindi naman ganun ka-eloquent yung original Sorry. Anyway, hindi ba applicable din yung kay Leni Robredo? Kasi ganun din naman yung naging opinion sa kanya. And actually, some people were criticizing her using that same lens. That we understand, no? We have to respect her experience, her lived experience, especially in the face of all those online attacks during her vice presidency. Tapos tumindi ng vice president siya. You could understand na talaga ang tindi ng pressure. Diba? Matindi sakripisyo niya. Pero ang laki ng responsibilidad na nakaatang sa kanya whether she likes it or not. And there comes a point in history where people like her would really have to step up. Even if she did already in 2022, meron pa ring higher calling and meron pa ring demand for her to do the same in 2028. Kumbaga, yung sinabi ni Sara Duterte, won't that also be applicable for Leni Robredo?
I think it's even more applicable kay Leni Robredo, to be perfectly honest.
Precisely.
Duda ako kung applicable kay Sara Duterte, sa totoo lang Alam ko
mukhang
sinabi
lang, no?
pero
Echos lang, no?
hindi ako, naku naman, ka-announce pa lang niya, yung mga supporter na kagad, ang panawagan kagad, paghigan kami. So, mukhang hindi yata compatible sa higher calling yung ganong expectation. But, leaving that aside for the moment. Nagigets ko naman yun. And yan exactly yung mindset ko nung 2022. Okay. Na reluctant din siya noon. Naintindihan ko din yung kanyang reluctance noon. Naintindihan ko din na there was two forces tugging on her. Diba? Yung need na magsilbi na kanyang pinanggalingan sa Naga, sa Bicol. And then yung need ng yung panawagan nga ng national. Gets ko naman yun But one thing I realized in 2022 is that, sure, diba, we can talk about historical moments where specific people are called upon to serve, diba, to make sacrifices na that might put a heavy burden sa kanila. But at the same time, ang na-realize ko kasi doon is hindi rin mag-work kung yung taong yun ay napilitan lang yung mga tao who are called upon to fulfill these roles need to come to terms with yung demand sa kanila ng panahon ng kasaysayan Yun Hindi sila pwedeng pilitin into it. Hindi na sila pwedeng itulak into it. And I for example, take 2022. Kung hindi siya dumaan doon sa proseso na kanyang pinagdaanan to ultimately make that decision, I don't think she would have been as inspiring, as unifying, as sincere, as powerful a figure nung eleksyon. Kung parang she was just going through the motions kasi feeling ko napilitan ako dito. Alam mo ba yan? It would not be the same. So ako, nagigets ko yan. I agree completely. I agree that this might be another moment tulad nun. Pero hindi mo pwedeng ipilit sa tao yun Diba? Kailangan mong hintayin siya yung kusang magpunta dun sa ganung realization diba? Meron akong gagawin sana ng metaphor pero wag na.
Pwede naman.
Wag na.
Masama ba?
Makikritisa. Hindi masama. Kabaliktaran pero tingin ko sasabihin sa akin masyado mo naman yatang nilalagay sa pedestal si Leni Robredo. Hindi na bale. So, okay na.
May nag-comment nga rito, hindi ko na control Sabi ginagawa ka raw santa si Leni Robredo. Hindi naman po. Nagdi-discuss lang po tayo ng mga prinsipyo, ng mga posibilidad. Ayan, grabe naman kayo, santa.
Quite honestly, on a personal note, yun nga, parang part of ngayon, meron akong konting guilt. Dahil nga, ang laki na ng binigay ng tao Diba? And yun nga, isa ako sa mga pinakamakulit nun eh. So parang, ngayon parang mas ano ako eh, mas, baka naman dapat galangin na rin natin yung ano niya, o at least mas galangin natin.
Okay. Ito naman not to sound presumptuous, no? Pero I'm trying to imagine being in the shoes of such a person. Sabi nyo nga, who gave so much already. Okay, in 2022 and even before that. Pero iniisip ko, what would be your mentality looking at what's happening in the country now and how things could get much worse? And this is not an unfounded perspective. If and when another Duterte assumes office in 2028, parang can you afford to look at these things
Gets ko.
when you know that you can do
Pero,
something about it?
yeah. Pero kasi eto yan eh. Again, I cannot pretend to, give you a special insight into yung mind ni Leni Robredo. Pero 'di ba? Eto yan eh. Hindi naman nag-equate yung hindi ka tatakbo dun sa wala kang gagawin eh. 'Di ba? Yun yung point eh. Baka kasi meron ka naman pwedeng gawin na iba. Doon, 'di ba? Yun yung kasi feeling ko ito ito yung flip side ng ganyang thinking eh. Napakaano mo naman. Parang tingin ko may problema ka rin naman. O medyo problematic din naman. Kung ang isang tao, seeing this huge problem facing yung bansa natin collectively, ang unang thought niya ay, ako lang ang pwedeng magsalba sa atin.
Hindi naman ganun. Hindi naman ganun.
Hindi, pero parang ganun yun eh. Para kasi ang
Messianic
lumalabas
na
kasi
yan.
dito, exactly, yun yung point eh. Kasi parang ang nag-aano dito, kung ikaw yung taong yun, I mean, kung tayo kasi yung mga observers, we can say, hindi, tingin namin, ikaw yan eh. Pero kung ikaw yung taong yun, hindi ba parang iisipin mo din, ako lang nga ba talaga? Talaga bang kailangan? Ako lang ito? Diba? Yun
Pero paano kung ano?
Yun yung point eh.
Pero paano kung latagan mo ng mga numero? Based on the figures, based on the numbers, you have the best chance of beating this presumptive frontrunner. Ang dami rito talagang nandun pa rin, nostalgic pa rin doon sa organic support that you had in 2022. Pwede siyang i-transfer pero iba pa rin kung it's the same.
Yeah, pero again, we're 2.5 years away from the elections.
Okay.
I mean, ibang usapan yan kung next year na yung eleksyon, tapos ganyan yung sitwasyon. Diba? Parang ganun yun eh. We're 2.5 years away from the election. So, tingin ko, kasama din sa magiging calculus mo dyan, talaga bang wala nang iba? Ako lang ba talaga to? O can I participate by actually becoming part of yung process, being a convener, being a pillar of yung magiging proseso to highlight and promote yung susunod na yung magiging leader natin. As opposed to ganito kaaga, ang thinking mo lang kaagad, hindi, ako lang talaga. Given everything, ako lang talaga yan. And therefore, nakasalalay ang kinabukasan ng ating bansa sa magiging desisyon ko. Ako personally, ito, hindi na to siya. Ako personally, I would have doubts about ganung klaseng tao, ganun kung yung tao, ganun din naman kabilis mag-isip. Kasi parang, di ba? Diba? Yun eh. To assert, yun yung the ultimate paradox naman yung of political power, of power in general, di ba? We trust, di ba? We trust the people na pinaka-reluctant to take it. Yung mga taong walang reluctance, yun yung mga dapat nating pagdudahan, di ba?
Sige. Pwede ka nang makahinga ng konti.
Hindi na ako sanay actually nagpapaliwanag. Hindi na ako sanay actually magpaliwanag for Leni Robredo. Sa totoo lang. Kasi
pansin ko nga eh. Pero in the group pa rin ha. Parang walang kupas ha.
Diba?
Parang it's 2022 all over again.
Unang-una, ginawa ko to for more than half a decade. And more than that, I'd like to think na isa talaga ako sa mga talagang true believer naman talaga ni VP Leni. Diba? So, I'd like to think na naiintindihan ko yung both sides of it. Diba? Ano yung ano yung demand sa kanya and where it's coming from. And at the same time, ano naman yung considerations natin dapat. Just that on, sabi ko nga sa'yo, meron akong guilt.
Okay.
Baka personal na sa akin yun. Meron akong residual guilt from my role in pushing so forcefully for her in 2021. Sometimes even against her own wishes.
Pero sa akin naman, before we end this, I think you and I would agree na what you guys did in 2022 didn't go to waste or shouldn't go
Yeah.
to waste.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
Sabi ko naman sa'yo, di ba, that was probably still the most inspiring campaign I have ever had the privilege of being part of. Naalala ko yung, eto, speaking of declaration ni Sara Duterte nung isang araw, I couldn't help but compare yung similar declaration ni VP Lenny in 2021. Diba? Yung day, nandun ako noon eh. And alam mo ba yun? Talagang naramdaman ko talaga yung, anong sinabi talaga ni Lenny Robredo noon na inihahain ko ang akin sarili para maging kandidato bilang Pangulo. Talagang yung kala ko, puputok yung puso ko sa dibdib ko.
Grabe, ganon.
And it was because I knew how hard it was for her personally to reach that point. Alam mo ba yun? Ginusto ko yun for the longest time. Ang tagal kong hinintay. Winish na marinig yung words na yon coming from her. Kasi naniniwala talaga ako noon na she should run. But I knew that she had to go through yung process na yon. So nung sinabi niya, yung understanding yung what that cost for her, what that meant, yung long days, weeks of deliberation and decision making na umabot sa point na yon to finally make that decisive declaration. Grabe, parang ang bigat. Kaya naman the campaign really started off on such a strong note. Dahil nga doon kita naramdaman yung sincerity and yung weight ng moment na yon. Kaya kahapon nung narinig sa Sara Duterte na binabasa yung prepared statement na halos parang hindi pa nga nagsa-stumble over pa nga parang maski yung binanggit niya yung pangalan niya, di ba, ako si Sara Silverman Duterte, parang hindi pa siya sigurado eh.
Bakal.
Hindi ko na, ewan ko, parang hindi ako, it didn't quite reach the same resonance, I suppose. Pero baka naman bias lang talaga ako, di ba?
Tingin ko bias ka lang.
talaga.
Kasi sa kanyang mga supporters, that was a brilliant speech. Okay. Eloquent.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure it will go down in history as one of the all-time great speeches.
Yes. Actually, sa iba, it doesn't matter. Kumaga, it redefines the concept of good communication. Pero again,
actually, isa yun sa mga kinalulungkot ko talaga. Diba? Naalala ko yan during the, nung campaign, nung 2022 campaign. Isa sa mga conversations namin, yung speech writers, tsaka yung mga comms team ni VP Lenny. Ang tinanong ko sa kanila, meron pa bang room o meron pa bang value sa kasalukuyang political context yung inspiring, makapagdandamin, magaling na speech, diba? Nasasabihin, na pinag-isipan, na pinatihan natin kung tama yung isang salita o hindi, o fit ba to dun sa ano. And to realize na baka hindi na nga ganun is something sad. Yeah. Pero hindi. Nakita ko naman yon nung campaign that it still had value. Diba? Pag dineliver, yung mga dinideliver ni VP Lenny na mga speeches, a lot of them hanggang ngayon, I still see people remembering them, diba? And citing yung mga specific lines na kanyang dineliver. Of course, a large part of that is personal charisma na niya, of course, diba? But still, I would like to think na yung words themselves, which, a team in part helped craft in consultation with her, contributed something.
Isa kasi yung rules of good or proper or effective communication. do not necessarily apply if you have a cult-like following.
Oh well, totoo naman yun.
Wala ka na magagawang mali eh. 'Di ba? Kahit nga
Totoo.
ngumisi ka lang eh. Woo! Grabe. 'Di ba? You don't have to do anything. Mere presence. 'Di ba? How can you beat
Totoo.
that?